To Kill a Mockingbird, a extended full summary deep analysis. Hi everyone, and welcome to this deep dive into To Kill a Mockingbird by Harper Lee, a novel that continues to echo through generations with its powerful message about justice, morality, and understanding others. Part 1 of 5. Opening, characters, and setting. Macomb, Alabama, a town stuck in time. Set in the early 1930s during the Great Depression, the novel takes place in a small, fictional southern town called Macomb. It's hot, slow, and bound by tradition. The air is thick with not just humidity, but also prejudice. Harper Lee paints Macomb as a place where social class, race, and family name determine your destiny. The story is narrated by Jean Louise Scout Finch, a young girl growing up in this deeply divided world. Scout Finch, the narrator with wide eyes. Scout is just 6 years old when the novel begins. She's smart, outspoken, and a bit of a tomboy. What makes her narration unique is that we experience the world through her innocent, yet sharply observant perspective. Through Scout's eyes, readers encounter a society full of contradictions, a one that preaches Christian values but punishes those who live them. Scout idolizes her father Atticus and is close to her older brother Jim. Their bond is central to the emotional core of the story. Atticus Finch, the moral backbone. Atticus Finch is a lawyer, a widowed father, and one of the most respected men in Macomb. Calm, wise, and deeply ethical, he teaches his children by example. He's not just a parent, he's a guide. Atticus encourages Scout and Jim to think critically, to challenge unfairness, and above all to empathize. You never really understand a person until you consider things from his point of view, or broken bar until you climb into his skin and walk around in it. This quote becomes a central philosophy of the book, as Atticus applies it to everyone, including his enemies. The Robinson case, a town divided. The major event of the novel centers around a court case that rocks Macomb. Atticus agrees to defend Tom Robinson, a black man falsely accused of raping a white woman, Mayella Ewell. Even before the trial begins, the town has made up its mind. Racism runs deep, and Atticus's decision brings shame, threats, and hostility from many white townspeople. But he stands firm. The one thing that doesn't abide by majority rule is a person's conscience. Atticus knows the odds are against him, but he believes in truth, even if it's not enough to win. Part 2, the trial unfolds. Scout's awakening. As the trial of Tom Robinson begins, the courthouse becomes the center of Macomb's attention. Scout, Jim, and their friend Dill sneak into the colored balcony, where black citizens are forced to sit, to watch the proceedings. What they witness is eye-opening. Mayella Ewell, the accuser, is nervous and inconsistent in her testimony. Her father, Bob Ewell, is aggressive and vulgar. In contrast, Tom Robinson speaks with quiet dignity. Atticus methodically reveals the truth, that Mayella was lonely and tried to kiss Tom, and when caught by her father, she accused him of assault to cover her shame. One of the key moments of the trial comes when Atticus proves that Tom couldn't have committed the crime. His left arm is crippled, making it impossible for him to have inflicted the injuries Mayella described. Still, the all-white jury convicts Tom. Scout and Jim are devastated. Jim, especially, begins to lose his innocence. He believed in justice. But this case teaches him that the law isn't always just, not when racism stands in the way. After the trial, Tom loses hope. While in prison, he tries to escape and is shot and killed. The tragedy hits the Finch family hard. But Atticus remains composed, reminding his children and the reader that doing the right thing is never wasted, even when the result is defeat. Part 3, Boo Radley steps into the light. While the courtroom drama fades, the novel's other mystery gains new importance. Boo Radley, the reclusive neighbor who never leaves his house, becomes a symbolic figure. Scout and Jim initially saw him as a ghost or monster, but over time, they start noticing small gestures: a blanket during a cold night, gifts in the knothole of a tree. Everything changes when Bob Ewell, bitter after being humiliated in court, attacks Scout and Jim one night. Out of the shadows, Boo Radley appears and saves them, fatally stabbing Bob in the process. For the first time, Scout sees Boo up close. He's pale, shy, and nothing like the scary figure from the stories. Sheriff Tate decides to cover up Boo's involvement, calling it an accident. He tells Atticus that dragging Boo into the spotlight would be like killing a mockingbird, a sin. As Scout walks Boo home, she reflects on her father's teachings. Standing on his porch, she sees the world from his point of view. And in that moment, Scout grows up. Part 4: Themes, Symbols, and Messages. Harper Lee's novel isn't just about a courtroom. It's a layered exploration of human nature and society's flaws. Here are the most important themes. 1. Justice versus injustice. The trial of Tom Robinson is the most direct example of injustice. Despite evidence of his innocence, a racist jury convicts him simply because he is black. The legal system is shown as fallible, easily corrupted by social bias. 2. Empathy and perspective. Atticus constantly encourages Scout to see the world through other people's eyes. This theme is the moral heart of the book. Whether it's Boo Radley, Tom Robinson, or even Mayella Ewell, Lee reminds us that understanding others begins with listening and compassion. 3. The mockingbird symbol. Mockingbirds do no harm, they sing and bring beauty. Killing one represents punishing innocence. Boo Radley and Tom Robinson are both mockingbirds in the novel, misunderstood, misjudged, and ultimately harmed by a cruel society. 4. Coming-of-age. Scout's journey is one of emotional and intellectual growth. She starts as a curious child and ends the novel wiser, more empathetic, and morally aware. Jim, too, experiences the painful process of growing up in an unjust world. 5. Family, class, and gender. Maycomb is divided by more than race. Class and family name also define social standing. Scout challenges gender expectations by being bold and curious rather than ladylike, making her an early symbol of quiet resistance. Part 5: The Legacy and Why It Still Matters. Though set in the 1930s, To Kill a Mockingbird remains deeply relevant today. In a world still wrestling with inequality, prejudice, and injustice, the book reminds us of the importance of standing up even when the odds are against us. Atticus Finch stands as a timeless symbol of moral courage. He doesn't fight because he expects to win, he fights because it's the right thing to do. Courage is not a man with a gun in his hand. It's knowing you're licked before you begin, but you begin anyway and you see it through no matter what. The novel also urges us to look beyond appearances. Boo Radley teaches Scout that people are rarely what they seem. The real monsters aren't hidden in houses, they walk freely, wear suits, and sometimes sit in courtrooms. Final reflection. To Kill a Mockingbird is more than a story, it's a mirror. A mirror held up to society and to ourselves. It asks, I sense, will we judge by fear or by understanding? I sense, will we stay silent or speak up? I sense, will we protect the innocent or look away? Through Scout's innocent voice and Atticus's unwavering principles, Harper Lee gives us a story that doesn't fade, it lingers. Thank you for watching this in-depth journey through To Kill a Mockingbird. If you found value in this summary and analysis, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe for more meaningful literary explorations. Until next time, stay curious, stay kind,